Hi guys, so today we're having a quick talk and go through my equipment that I'm using for streaming and recording at home. It's a new setup I have, so baby steps really. So I'm shooting on my A7 II, Sony A7 II, which I got several months back, and I'm pairing it with the Azden SMX-30 mono stereo microphone, which I reviewed about 2 months ago. Thank you, Azden, for that. This is a great mic, and I actually have it tethered with a very long micro USB cable. Oh, is it my camera shaking? Yeah, my camera shaking, and it's tethered to my Mac right now. And the reason doing that is because I've got Capture One Pro running and the live view. So I got a live viewfinder on my screen, so I can actually see myself, frame myself in my shot. With the A7 II, there is no, the viewfinder at the back doesn't flip up, such as when Winston likes to vlogging a lot. It actually only tilts up to a certain angle. So in situations like this, I might be out of frame or I'll be out of focus. I'm not great in terms of videography, so I'm still stuck on autofocus. And at the previous take of this video, because I kept looking at the screen a lot, it couldn't detect my eyes. The camera couldn't detect my eyes, so it would actually focus in and focus out constantly. So that's why I'm actually looking at the screen and staring at you and hope it actually just keeps a nice steady focus on me, nice and sharp. So with this setup, a lot of people use it as a live viewfinder just to frame themselves, and maybe actually then start another program like OBS and stream to the internet, to Twitch, to Facebook Live and YouTube. And a lot of people actually use it for portrait work in the studio, portrait and macro work, with that nice big viewfinder, and they can actually magnify in and look at, are they spot on with the focusing? Are they focused on the eyes? Are they focused on the right part of the macro shot? And have it actually taken a shot and then you import it in and edit it straight into Lightroom or even Capture One Pro. This is the benefit of it all, and nice and easy. Sure, it does take a little fiddling around. It took me about 2 hours to get this sorted out because silly me, I only bought this camera 3 months ago, and I was in the belief that these cameras were actually shipped with the near latest firmware, but no, this camera must have been in some warehouse somewhere for a while, and it was actually still on firmware 3.1. The latest version of the Sony A7 II firmware is version 4, and that was released in August, so 2 months back. And I had to update it to that latest firmware because under firmware 3.1, Capture One Pro could not detect the camera in terms of live view. It wouldn't give me this viewfinder, which was the whole reason I got it really. So updating it to 4.0 did have some problems, and that took me about an hour to figure out. Sony is not the greatest in terms of updating their software, especially their firmwares, to support the latest systems. And with a Mac, they always tend to support it up to a version of the OS about 2 versions previous to what we are being released. So I just updated my OS last week to the latest version, so the actual updater could not find my camera, and I just back and forth in settings and everything, and I couldn't figure it out. Eventually then I powered up my PC running Windows 10, downloaded the Windows version of the firmware application, and it detected my camera straight away. The process takes around about 20 minutes, and it is a little bit daunting because during the whole process, in all the guides and all the tutorials you read, it always says, do not switch off the camera, do not unplug the cable until it is done, because blah 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 blah. Most probably you'll break your camera. I'm not going to risk that. And yeah, it takes about a good 20 minutes to get done, and once that's done, it's on version 4, firmware version 4, and it's running live. One small scare that I did have was it took me actually weeks and weeks of playing with the camera, getting used to the camera, getting the layout of the buttons at the back, to actually figure out where I want my customized buttons, you know, where my auto balance goes, where's my focusing modes go, and it took me a while to figure to set those buttons to where I want them. And then during the firmware process, halfway through, I realized, oh my god, are they going to wipe it? You know, is it all set at the default? I have to reset it all again. Luckily, it didn't. So it's kept all my old settings, or where my buttons customized, even down to the settings that I have for video mode, and you know, because I shoot at 25 frames per second, my shutter speed is 1/50, so you know it matches that, twice the shutter speed, yeah. No, twice the frames per second. Sorry, and yeah, it's all set. And this is me, and I just looked at the screen, and most probably the camera decided to focus off me and look at the back. Sorry for the mess. This is my computer desk stroke, utility desk stroke, everything desk. And we're in Hong Kong, so it's small flat, and you probably heard Milo, my dog, at the back, moaning at me a bit now. And this microphone is probably slightly picking up a slight murmur of my aircon behind the camera. So yeah, this was fun. Oh yes, hopefully I'll do a little video work with the Zhiyun Crane V2, not the newest number 2, but the updated version of the first version, V2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys soon, and I want to do more of these little videos, and please give me some feedback, because I need it. I need to improve, and I know I've been stammering through my little video, what I've been saying all along. I'm probably tutting, and then lawyers probably have a go at me for tutting, throughout the whole video. And yeah, see you guys soon.